Oh, you're early. I almost forgot I had a visitor coming. Welcome to Colin's Reading Corner, where Nobel laureates and subhuman internet cretins alike come together to read up on a subject and derive meaning from our lives. As you can tell by the stern wrinkles etched into my forehead, I'm getting up there. The dusk of my early 20s is on the horizon, and I've yet to find my soulmate, meaning I have about 18 months before it's completely downhill, where I'm left scraping the barrel for a lifetime partner. And then when I inevitably fail, I kill myself. So I thought it'd be a healthy use of time to lend some advice to the gooners of their youth, on the prowl to find their one and only, in this cold, desolate world to avoid a similar fate. Today, I will be optimizing your Rizz. One of the main issues is making the excuse, but what if I go up to her and she thinks I'm weird? If you, like me, display your grandpa's kidney stones with a Lego Luke Skywalker holding the biggest one like a trophy, you'll just have to accept that you're strange. You are the pariah that you think you are. But for the rest of you, you probably still are. But if you can collect your emotions and momentarily convince yourself that you're not, I think you can overcome it and succeed. I've collected some examples of some learning opportunities that I think demonstrate what to avoid and common areas of improvement. Let's dive in.
I mean, I don't have any warmth to give, as you said earlier.
You have warmth not to give.
Yeah, none to give to you. Not really. No. Yeah.
Did you see that there? That's a classic case of what we call a poor read. A dyslexic reading Shakespeare kind of read. A Floyd Mayweather articulating the first chapter of Tom Sawyer kind of read. A read of a child in your third grade class who got popcorn to 11 times a chapter because it's amusing to watch them stutter kind of read. Now, why was this read so bad? Well, it begins with being asked to leave multiple times, but not taking no for an answer. I personally applaud that kind of persistence and encourage you to apply that to more areas of your life. But when it comes to the ladies, a performance like this typically warrants a pepper spray to the noggin. As a rule of thumb, if she stops engaging or says no more than 5 times, it might be time to cut your losses and scurry back to your little goon cave to recuperate. You see, we don't know the context of the warmth to give line, but it's fair to assume he means the warmth of her heart or vagina. And just like sex, that is gross in any context. And I'm going to drive a steel spike through my chest if you say that again.
How you doing? This is my love.
Doing all right. How are you?
Waiting for you with open arms, baby. But you don't love me anymore. You just run out the door. You come to sort of get serenaded. How you like that?
A logo 3. A 70-yard field goal. A urination in the dark. You're going to miss that one nearly every time. The intention is in the right place. From his perspective, I don't see how this could not work. People whine about how technology is stripping humans of personal connection, and we don't socialize like we used to, and everyone is too online. But I don't think the layfolk making these comments consider the mountain of interactions like this that self-checkout saves us. Acting like technology isn't our savior when this saves every woman between 20 and 65 at least 2 of these interactions per week. But I'm getting off topic. Instead of serenading her right off the bat, consider speaking to her a bit more regular-like to humanize the interaction. Maybe
Hey, how are ya?
Or,
Have you tried the salmon? It's quite excellent.
this way you appear as a human instead of a goon machine, even though said goon machine is the real you lurking in the shallows. But if small talk like that isn't for you, keep doing your way.
She'll come around eventually.
That gasp and visceral straining of her back means she's into you. We've seen a couple examples now, so what do you think went wrong? Close. Although she is indeed probably overreacting, like you said, think about how she might feel in this scenario. Uncomfortable, right? This is typically the reaction my victim. This is typically the reaction when you're a bit too forward with your physical touch, or don't gauge the reactions to your advances. And although the ladies love showing off their impressive trapezius muscles in a restaurant, consider building up physical familiarity slowly, via platonic touch of the forearm, before fully palming the skin on their cervical.
Excuse me. Just gonna say I really like your style.
How did he film this? Is he holding the phone up just hoping she doesn't notice? Is it in his pocket? Is he wearing a body cam? Strapped up in the mall talking to women with your GoPro Performance chest mount? That's why you can't get them to like you. You look like you're about to jump out of a Cessna in a wingsuit while she's buying khakis for her mom. This might actually be the solution to male loneliness. Sitting up all night, analyzing every mannerism until you finally find the secret to spitting game. This is genius.
Excuse me? Are you alone?
No.
10 out of 10. She just wasn't the one. Now that we've seen some civilians pick up women, it's time we turned our attention to the pros. The gurus who really know the nuts and bolts of female interaction. So we can scrape together fragments of what to do in these situations.
Now I'm going to be really brave. I'm going to push myself to go and say hello. Just want to meet you and say you're lovely. I'll talk to that one in the green, Daniel. She looks Russian. She's lovely. Excuse me. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Jonathan. All right, have a nice day. Thank you.
So vulnerable, yet so free. A heart palpitation is a mere whisk in the wind when chasing your want-to-be. The lust of a gremlin in the street, not surmounted by the highest peak. Faking a phone call and scurrying away is the only way to flee. The word of our Lord. This just shows you that even if your form is perfect, you still might fail. He did everything right. He cut her off in the street. He introduced himself. Seeing even the pros fail makes me weary, as the only thing I can really look forward to after work is a long, brisk inhale of my favorite flavor of galaxy gas. No wife, no children, no dog that we got from a breeder after shopping around adoption kennels and deciding we wanted something a little less disheveled. Just the sweet taste of strawberry cream reverberating across my lips and tongue as I gracefully fall into the everlasting nitrous trance. And when it's all over and I fall into my eternal sleep, I can rest easy knowing there was nothing I could do to find my partner, since inbred Ari Shafir couldn't either.
Right. Here's what an intent looks like. Oh, I'm just chilling like, oh shit. Hey, I'm Tim. I just had to meet you. You're a cutie. Come with me, come with me. All right.
Oops, must have clicked on the kidnapping seminar. No, we actually got this right. We're picking up women here. Just grabbing them by the arm and dragging them away from whoever they came with, to the concrete cavity in the alley we call home. Now this is what we might classify as a follow you home after getting rejected at the bar and stabbing you in your pajamas kind of guy. Which I can understand on some level. Like, it is frustrating to follow someone home and find out you got rejected by someone that hasn't cleaned their room in 2 weeks. Like someone with writing utensils and dry broccoli strewn across their desk, and hair strangling their sink. Having the goal to call you ugly is paramount to a knife in the chest. But hey, this is a judgment-free zone.
No one's ugly in our little safe space. I promise.
So what advice would I give to these young men? Again, getting pepper sprayed in a closed-air environment is the most probable outcome when grabbing a stranger by the arm. So begin by avoiding that as much as possible. Aside from that, everything else looked great to me.
Hi, excuse me. I know it's kind of random, but yeah. No, I don't need something. Okay. I'm saying it's super random. Sure. I'm stopping you like that. Sure. But I think you're pretty cute.
Thank you.
You too.
The girl's staying, you keep going.
Yeah. If she stays, I keep going. If she says, I keep going. If she says, I keep going. If she says, I keep going.
If she stays, you keep going. Good on him for giving his best and getting that rep in. That being said, it's been very seldom in my short life where I felt the compulsion to inject lidocaine into my eyelids and pop out each of my eyeballs so I can saw them away from the optical nerve and incinerate them in the most scorching flame imaginable. But this is one of those moments. Do you think some people in life can't be helped? Are there just some people that are too far gone that never find a solution? Do they have to ponder by themselves to derive serenity? I have an inkling that a few long sessions of empathetic self-reflection would do a fellow like this good. Although this maneuver is objectively creepy, and the ladies have the right to be frightened, part of me just feels for them because they just really don't know what they're doing. How to overcome this? I don't know either. I'm a fucking idiot, and we're in this raft of loneliness together. We've seen civilians do it. We've seen the pros. Now let's field the counsel of our expert panel to satiate our remaining queries.
Hi everybody, so today I'm going to tell you how I actually cured my approach anxiety when talking to girls. If you are walking down the shopping mall and you see somebody who's really attractive and you want to just talk to them and you choose not to every single time, you're lying to yourself. And what you do is you put up false barriers and false beliefs and you say things like, well, they're walking too fast. Well, they might be with their mom. Well, they might have headphones in. Well, their shopping bags might be heavy and they might not want to stand there for an extra 30 seconds to talk to me. Well, might not be the right time. Well, they might pick up the phone and have to talk. Well, I might look weird. Well, their dad might be wondering. Everybody is just like this.
Whatever happened to a good old gooning sesh with the boys? Sitting in a circle around an iPad Pro, 12-inch that is, just entranced by the intimacy that you've brought upon each other. Whatever happened to a hardworking, scrappy group of guys who join arms and become one super jerk goblin crew, searing holes in the floorboards of an abandoned church? If I were to advise someone else, I'd say keep your wiener to yourself and go out there and rizz a lady, because everyone else is nervous too. But if we're talking about me, I'd just keep jerking until the sun goes down.
You are about to discover the ultra-rare secret that most men will never know about attracting women.
Hold up, is that the Kevin Gates cipher? Went and got some tears in my face, now I'm branded. All I ever wanted was some money like Sandy, Louis Vuitton shades for my dame like Fancy. I hope you learned a little something today, even if that little something was to gingerly stroke your own cheek, and then blush from the tenderness. Then walk into a Pilates class and stretch those thighs on a 50 Shades machine until you can clasp your toes together behind your head, creating a heart with your legs to show love for yourself, while your tears melt into the shower drain as you finally realize you'll be alone forever. Then when you finally roll your R's while ordering at Chipotle, you'll finally realize what you say doesn't matter. It's how you say it and the symmetry of your face. And at that moment, God will finally touch your little frozen soul and remind you to do a trick on each of those two little buttons. Now you are saved. Now you have transcended. Now you are a Rizz God.